to the 16.
Much better off to take the touchback. Offense getting set for first down. They're testing the right side here. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he's running in the open. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Unloads to the right. He's got an open man. And some room to work. Right down the gut of the field. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. Offense set on first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
That's reeled in. It's Eccles. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Wants to throw on first down. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14. Going to work on second down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Right back to the well. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And he tacks on the extra point. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he's going to run it back. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right?
Running toward the tape. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
Quarterback empties his backfield. He'll take it himself. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. The snap sets up the throw. Quick strike complete. At the 45 on his way. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Right back to the well. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The Bruins moving the chains on the ground, and they've had some great running backs there. Some have flown under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, guys like Jonathan Franklin. And listen, you can always find elite recruits and great playmakers out there in the Golden State.
He's looking to throw it. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. A linebacker comes right up the gut, gets to the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of his spot.
Really nice job there at the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bruins!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Give to the running back. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
That's the end of the first quarter. UCLA 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll give it to him again. Still on his feet at the 45. Flying down the left side. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, USF.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UCLA will go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this, momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They'll give it to the back. The Bruins get the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hit in yard. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Direct snap. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Got his man quickly. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it too. And in this game, he seems like he's dialed in.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw on 2nd down. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, UCLA!
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Purdue looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Boilermakers. Offense, defense, and special teams all doing its part. Heck of a show. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the Sox.
He's going up top. And he's got it inside the 35. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the left. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulls.
Yeah, and coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. He'll throw it. With the catch, it's Williams. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no...
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. He wants to take the top off. He's got it on the right. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Working that left side now. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the team.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
Running behind that left side. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On second down, he'll let it fly. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Bruins will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Parks. Slips through the line. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, South Florida.
You can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
And the point after is good. They're lining up to kick it off full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UCLA will go back to work on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. Ruthless quarterback here. Just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next move.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Going with the ground game left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
Fires to the right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had...
He lets one fly deep. And is intercepted. Bringing it back. The 40. The 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulls. On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Florida has the lead right now, but those Gator Chomps haven't come easy. They're in a tight one right now in Gainesville. They're up by 7 over BYU. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. UCLA will go back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 40. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Bruins. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Parks. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And he's in for the second score of the game. My goodness. Note to self, kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it, kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This is a real chance to sort of settle things down, maybe generate a little momentum if you can put together a touch. Looking for a deep man. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Second and 10. He'll throw again. Trying to get to him. He's going to take off. Across the 25. He's got room. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
He's going to run it. At the 40, there he goes. Hit the afterburners, kid. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
This guy just gives you. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Finds his tight end. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that. And the Bruins are in the hurry-up. On the move. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, UCLA! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He'll try to do it himself. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback?
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he's just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
Quick completion to the right. At the 35, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, South Florida 42, UCLA 35.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll run it from the gun. And the Bulls will move the sticks with the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Unleashes to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
They get him on the ground. A 6-yard run in the red zone down to the 11.
A little bit inside, a little bit outside. Nice job. Hey, keep them guessing, right? You run it up the middle to keep them honest. Now toss it on the perimeter. Make them set the edge on the outside with their defensive ends. They don't do a good job here. Nice positive game. And let's go get 7.
Leaves it with the running back. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, USF. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth.
And how about this play by the offense? First and goal from the 1-yard line. Everything says it's going to be a run. It's going to be a run. Nice job by the offense. A little sleight of hand, throwing the football, getting the touchdown.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week. They still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by a field goal over Arkansas. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a second down pass play. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the catch down the right side. Open runway ahead. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bruins. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. Just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the returner will be dragged down. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from the long. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense.
We talk about having to have it. Really needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
Flushed out of the pocket. Turns it on in midfield. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
You've got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nice move to keep moving. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. And those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Touchdown, UCLA! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the 1st down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
And he does every single thing right on that play. Late in the game, you're trailing. You need to get this 1st down, but you got to try to save as much clock as possible. He's able to get out of bounds and do precisely that.
When he breaks into the open, running inside the 20. Touchdown Bulls! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He's going to bring it out from deep. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. UCLA will go back to work on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
At midfield, he's got room. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Quarterback adapting. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Timeout call by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Gets it out quickly. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Here's a throw downfield late. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He wants a big play here late. Makes the grab on the right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. To the air on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's incomplete, and the last chance comes up empty, and the ball game is over. It came down to the final quarter. Much plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.